Hello, Pisces. It's your turn for your reading for the month of April. Hope all of you are doing well. I'm going to read the first, second, third, and fourth week of April. But before I do that, I was going to read the runes that I collected for you guys, messages to look out for and to be aware of to prepare you for this month of April. So the very first one is Thuraz, gateway, the location of non-doing, with the symbol the gateway of the rune, shows that there is work for you and both inside and outside of yourself. Thuraz is the rune of non-doing, therefore the gateway is not to reach or to pass through without contemplation. This rune reinforces your patience. Now is not the time to make decisions. Thuraz conversely requires contemplating. Urgent decisions may be regretted later on, probably because you act out of weakness. And the second rune is Uraz. Power, manhood, feministness, a wild bull. The rune of the termination and new beginning. If it is pulled, it means that life you used to live has grown out of its frame and need to be left behind now so that life energy can liberate itself like a birth into a new one. Be prepared for the chance that hides itself behind the costume of loss. At the same time, modesty is demanded because in order to rule, you must serve first. And then the last rune is Jibo, a partnership, a gift. If this rune is pulled, this is a sign that unity, union, or partnership is near, but you are requested not to throw yourself into this connection. A true partnership can only consist of two independent, healthy beings that preserve their own independence. Also, in this union, this advice is important to all levels, in romantic relationship, in commercial things, simply in partnerships of every type. So I feel like for you Pisces this month with the runes and what they're saying, this is a time of, you've gone through this process of healing and growth and expansion. I feel like it's a time not to act on any decision, but really working on you. And I know that's hard for some of you because it's like some of you want a partnership, and that's been a big thing for a lot of you. But I feel like a lot of you are getting to the point where you want to be alone, you want to be independent, make some money, do the things that you love, and then, eventually things will start turning out, I think, the way that they should be. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I did something different because I felt led to add some clarifiers to some of the cards that I felt led to. So this is the first week of April. You got the Three of Pentacles, and then the clarifier for that is the Emperor in reverse. And then you have the Five of Swords in reverse and the Three of Cups. So I feel like either you're coming into this month or you're gonna be in this month, trying to work together in a team situation. Maybe at work you're trying to work or collaborate with people in a teamwork setting. Maybe this is just a work dynamic. You're trying to work with someone, or have tried to work with someone in the past. I should reiterate it. But it looks like with the Emperor as a clarifier for that, it looks like this person was either trying to control you. Maybe you were trying to control the person. It also is a father figure. Or you could have been dealing with an Aries, Sag, or Leo. But I feel like you're either trying to work with someone this first week of April, or you've tried to work with someone in the past. I either want to say that because it can go either way. This is a general reading, so it may not apply to all of you. And then with the Five of Swords, I feel like you guys have come to a place you're just cutting things out, You're not really giving, an apology. Maybe you want an apology, but you're pretty much clearing your path for something better, I feel like. And then after that is the Three of Cups. So I normally would say this is in a balance. This is a friendship card. This is, like a partnership card. But I just feel like in some way how I'm feeling with, for this card is you want a relationship. It's important to have a relationship, but I don't feel like you're focused on that. I think a lot of you are focused on, building what you know is best, working with what you know is best, and I think that's pretty much work related, some of you. So you're pretty much focused on just getting through the day, I think, not so much on a partnership. But if you are in a partnership, I feel like there's an imbalance, that something needs to be cleared, something needs to be, because I think Virgo had this card too, something needs to be redirected, or something, conversation needs to start. Could be an air sign you're working with too. Just something needs to be cleared up in the relationship. Or you could be working, where someone in a partnership or a relationship at work that you're having trouble with. All right, the second week of April, you got the Justice in reverse, and I had a clarifier for that, which is the Death card. So the sign of Scorpio. And then the Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. So I feel like you could be having a difficulty this week, the second week of April, because like maybe you want something to be working in your favor. Maybe it was that partnership. Maybe it was working with, alongside someone, but there's a death of that. So I feel like it's more of a death and rebirth, because you guys have been going through that a lot here lately. Or maybe you wanted justice with a Scorpio, but there was nothing said or something. I'm feeling for that for this week. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're really focused on becoming you, not really caring in the world, but you're still focused on little things that could irritate you a little bit, and indecisive. And this also could be your, for some of you, feeling insecurity. You want to feel best than ever, but you could be going through a little insecurities, I'm feeling, with that card. And then the Page of Wands. So usually if it's in the upright, it's like, you want to take an adventure. Maybe you want to go on a vacation. Maybe you're planning to go on a vacation, but you're not really having it. And I just feel like your direction isn't very clear when it's in the reverse, wherever that resonates. But I just feel like, there wasn't justice served. So do beware of your energy and where you're taking things for the second half of April. And then the third, you have the Hangman in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Cups. Something I else realized about the Hangman, it is about sacrifice, but it's also about, I was just thinking about the service thing, in order to receive things in your life, or to have things flow to you, I feel like, you need to be of service to others. You need to learn how to serve. And I feel like a lot of you've gone through this period in your life where, you're not seeing a clear picture of where your direction is that you want to go in. You're trying to unstuck yourself. That's for some of you, not for all. But I just feel like, you're hanging out in the moment. But I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you've been waiting for something to come into play, to come into practice. And maybe that's why you're in the reverse like this. You're kind of like hopeless at the moment, and you really don't know what to do. But I feel like with these two cards side by side is, maybe things are going to come to you more clear, because after that, with the Knight of Cups, there's an offer, there's an opportunity. Either you're giving an opportunity to someone, or someone's coming in to give you an offer. And usually this is a card of love. Maybe you're trying to open your heart to the idea of love, but I feel like you're trying to grow. You're trying to expand something too, and trying to get out of this stuck energy. Now, the last part of April, you have the Devil in reverse, and I use that as a clarifier, is the World card. And then you have the Star in reverse, and you have the Three of Swords. So I feel like with this Devil energy, it's more about, maybe you felt powerless, or this end of the month, you're going to feel powerless, or you're trying to get victory over a situation that had you bind. It could be a past thing you're thinking about, possibly, for some of you. But with the World card, you want, in some way, justice to be served. I feel like when this card's up here, you want things to change in harmony. So I feel like things are changing, but it's just weird how you get the Devil on the World card. So I feel like you need to release, and that's probably what this is showing up to, for this month. Before you get into this, you need to release something that you've been planting. You're coming into a place that old things are shedding away. Before you can go into the new, you have to shed off this old idea, this old perception. I feel like maybe that's the struggle with the Devil, is trying to get a hold of yourself, trying to control the situation as best you can in the best way you know how, because I just feel like in order to get new beginnings, sometimes you have to let go of things that aren't working for you. What the rune was saying, you're in a time and a period where the old stuff is shedding away, and you're coming into a new thing. And a few of the Pisces, they ended with something, they ended with someone, and then new people started coming into life. So don't be surprised if things like that happen. You got the Star card in reverse. You could have been dealing with an Aquarius. I just feel like this is, the card of faith, hope. It was weird because I looked it up too, just to make sure too, and I was thinking of something, is forgiveness too, which is really weird. You need to do some healing, I feel like, and so there's things, may pop up at the end of the month where you have to take it inventory. You have to deal with this demon in some way. I just feel like you're going to have to really look things more clearly. But with the Star card in reverse, you don't have all the answers to move forward. And then you have the Three of Swords. So this could be a third-party situation. Oh, it was this card, not the Star card. Forgiveness. And maybe that's the biggest issue for a lot of you Pisces, is you're not forgiving the person that hurt you. And therefore, that's why you're having this Devil energy. So maybe there's something in the past that happened to you that was not justice, that was unfair, unbalanced, because that's another thing with the Justice card. Also of Libra and Scorpio. Maybe something happened recently where, there was no fairness, and it got you in a bitter state of mind. But I just feel like you need to release the things that have hurt you, the things that have bound you. I know some of you are in this period, you're pretty much done with everything. That's probably why the Devil's shown up. But I just feel like the end of April, you might have to revisit things that you've already had to let go. You've already had to disintegrate in your life and let go, because it's a reminder that sometimes in order to heal, we need to reveal it. And that's another sign of the Star card in reverse. So I feel like, again, I want to reiterate, before new beginnings can happen, you need to let go of some things that aren't working for you, and you need to release those things that aren't working for you in order to start new beginnings. Sometimes we get in this place that we don't want to let go of things because we either fear it, we fear the changes happening in our lives that we don't want to let go. But sometimes when we let go, you'll be surprised of the things that come out of a bad situation. But yeah, try to take this month as inventory, as realizing, you've come a long way, you've come a long far of healing. Some of you've healed already. So some of you who haven't healed, it's a time to heal. So, and try to take in things for what they are and realize that this heartbreak may have hurt you in some way. Maybe you didn't get that justice you need served, but I think everything works out for our good, even if it's a very terrible situation. So do keep in that mind your heart is open to love, to receive love. You are loved. You are forgiven no matter what you've done. Maybe you were the one that caused heartbreak to someone. Maybe this is a third party situation. So try to be easy on yourself this month. Bye bye.